With 6 states holding primaries on Tuesday, including delegate-rich California and New Jersey, Hillary Clinton is ever so close to the 2,383 delegates needed to win her party's nomination. But Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders is warning Americans that technically the primary race isn't likely to be over on Tuesday night.
They will be dependent upon superdelegates. In other words, the Democratic National Convention will be a contested convention.
Roughly 715 superdelegates, who make up about 15% of the total delegates needed to win the Democratic nomination, are party elites who are free to vote for any candidate they choose. While they can change their mind before the convention, they have shown overwhelming support for Hillary Clinton, and they've been a target of Sanders throughout the primary.
That is an absurd system, and together we're going to change that system.
So if the superdelegate rules were different, would Sanders have a chance? We take a closer look in WSJ's campaign calculus. In the past, Sanders has suggested that the Democratic Party's superdelegates should be bound to the results of their state's primaries and caucuses rather than be able to vote as free agents. So first, let's see how the math shakes out if superdelegates are allocated on a winner-take-all basis. Keep in mind, Clinton has won more populated states by bigger margins, like Florida and Texas. So if Clinton takes all of the delegates in the states she has won, she would have 395 superdelegates to Sanders' 173. Added to pledged delegates, that gives Clinton more than a 500-point lead. Under this method, Sanders would have to win more than 75% of the vote on Tuesday to clinch the party's nomination. That's a near impossible feat given the extremely tight polls in California. So let's try another scenario. If superdelegates are split proportionally, which is how all of the other Democratic delegates are divided, here's how that math shakes out. Clinton would currently have 300 superdelegates to Sanders' 260. Add that to their pledged delegate counts, and Clinton still leads by more than 300 total delegates. That means Sanders would have to win more than 70% of the vote Tuesday to catch Clinton in terms of proportional delegates. Still virtually impossible. Under these hypothetical scenarios, Sanders would still trail Clinton. Perhaps that's why he's begun to make a different argument regarding superdelegates.
Their most important responsibility is to make certain that the Democratic Party has the strongest candidate possible to defeat Donald Trump.
The only problem with that argument, Clinton still leads Trump in head-to-head general election polls, even if it's a slight margin. Polls show Sanders may beat Trump by a wider margin in those hypotheticals, but superdelegates aren't likely to change their mind based on polls that are taken 6 months before the general election.